Welcome back to another After Work podcast with me, Lee, and this is Kensy.
Well, go on, people.
Yeah, so today's episode, I want to chat about Lesotho, because, where's the, Lesotho? Kensy got me this little trinket from Lesotho. You want to explain what this is?
So it's one of that. Almost everyone there. Well, not almost everyone. I'm not speaking to people there. They wear these hats. It's quite a big deal that side, and I couldn't bring you a blanket. They actually wear the blanket more often than they wear the hats.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the Lesotho vibe, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, next time bring you a blanket.
Yeah, those blankets were looking. We couldn't find a place. Well, also didn't really go into like town by the resort, but we couldn't find a place that was selling the blanket.
Yeah. Yeah. What made you decide you want to go skiing?
So what happened was I went snowboarding when I was in Belgium, when I went to Switzerland, and I was like, no, this is amazing. I need to find a way to do this again. And then I think one of my friends in Switzerland had been to Lesotho, and he told me, hey, there's a ski resort in Lesotho, by the way. And I was like, oh, okay. So then my girlfriend was like, well, she also wants to go skiing. So we wanted to plan it for 2024. Didn't work out. 2025 didn't work out. 2026. It was going to work out depending on how quickly I recovered from my knee injury. And then we just did it.
Yeah. Just for people who don't know, this is where Lesotho is. Just insert a picture here. Yeah, Lesotho is basically like in the middle of Africa.
It's basically a part of us.
But not Africa, middle of South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a weird place to have ski in Africa.
And it works, eh? There's so much snow there. There's so much snow. The elevation's super high. I don't think it's the first time in my life I've never ever gasped for air like that before, ever. Off of anything ordinary where you feel like you're not even breathing. It was actually crazy.
It's probably super thin. It's also crisp as well. It's like cold air as well.
Super cold. Not much air up there. And the ski pulley thingy, there's like a thingy that pulls you up the slope.
So you didn't sit on those benches that pulls it?
No, the slope wasn't that long.
Okay.
So they had the ones where you had to like put in between your leg and you get pulled up, and another one you can hold and you can get pulled up. So they had some energy issue on Saturday when we were skiing and snowboarding. So the one that took you up the major slope, the one that's long, didn't work. So I had to walk up the slope with the snowboard on my back a couple times, and the elevation was killing me, dude. I was dying. Yo. And then the mini one was okay because they still had the little thing you can put in between. But man.
So how did your girlfriend do it?
So she was on the beginner slope, and the beginner slope's like pretty small. It's like the same size as probably this parking lot. And she was kind of figuring things out there, but I kind of got into the groove, and then I just I just attacked the danger. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't, bro.
Yeah.
It's if you bail, it's not so bad. It's just snow.
Yeah. What was the booking process like?
So the booking process wasn't so bad. Afri-Ski have their own website, so you booked all the accommodation, all that stuff there. And the ski passes and all that stuff, you don't have to buy ahead of time. You can if you want to.
Oh, so you just go on the day and tell them, I want to ski, and they let you in.
We just went on the day. I think maybe in like the peak season, I think we went in the beginning of the season. It might be better to book ahead because I think they end up having a whole bunch of people on the slopes. And it was really cool, dude. Literally came with, we got like 2 hours of beginner lessons. We got all of our gear rented. The only thing that it didn't include was a helmet. The helmet was $100.
For rent, the helmet?
Yeah, to rent the helmet was $100 for the whole day, which isn't bad. Yeah. So the whole thing was really, really cool. The booking process was super chilled. It was really nice and easy. It was not a stress. Okay. I think the biggest stress was getting to Lesotho. That was probably the biggest stress.
What stressed you out the most?
Sure, man. I think first, so for obviously the viewers won't know, I flew to my mom's place in KZN, and then we took one of her cars to go up. But we had to get a letter of authority from...
What's a letter of authority?
It basically, if you didn't buy the car cash, the bank has to tell you have permission to cross the border with the vehicle. And they can take a while with that sometimes. So we got that letter, and then...
Wait, sorry, repeat. So if your car isn't paid fully, isn't paid out, or bought in cash, you need to get a letter of authority from the bank.
If you finance the vehicle, you have to get a letter of authority.
To tell them you're taking it out of the country.
Yeah. And there's a little letter that has your ID number, your name, and everything that tells them that you're entering this specific country during this specific time period, and you have permission to do it.
Okay.
So that way we got that thing sorted out. Had to send the car for a service because I changed my mind at the last minute for which car I wanted to take. And then it was just being sure that, because some other sites were saying like you should have like your insurance and everything like that. And I mean, if you're financing a car, they most likely aren't going to finance it if you don't have insurance.
Yeah.
So I mean, we just figured that people would just be able to put two and two together. And then vehicle registration, which is okay because I mean it's just your little disc, but maybe it meant something else. So there was like a little bit of like worry in terms of like, okay, well, do we have everything we need? And then it was chill. When we got to the border process was super chill. They just literally checked the boots. They laughed at me for not being able to speak Sutu, and they told me that they're gonna gossip about me. And then I crossed the border.
But Sutu's not close to Zulu. Sutu's close to.
It's not close to Zulu at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, it's actually its own little thing.
And it's weird though because I mean like Lesotho borders KZN, quite a significant portion of Lesotho borders KZN actually. But yeah, as you get closer to the border actually, all the people begin to transition from whatever language they will, I mean Zulu, Sutu, whatever language, to like basically Sutu, even though you're in South Africa. So you stop at a gas station and the guy's a Sutu guy. You go to the spa, it's Sutu people at the spa.
Yeah.
And it ends up like you start to like feel the vibe. Like, okay, cool.
Okay, that's cool. Interesting. Yeah. So it might have felt like a different parallel universe.
It was really weird.
Yes. It's probably similar to me going to Namibia. It's like everything's kind of similar, but with like a different tint over it. Because it feels South African, but it's not.
Like, because African people usually prefer it if you speak like a native language to them. So obviously speaking to Zulu to all the guys at the gas station. So I spoke Zulu to one guy at the gas station, and he responded to me in like a weird way, and I remember thinking to myself, I wonder what the heck that was. And then I spoke to him more and more, and I realized that this guy's actually not Zulu. He's just doing his best to try to speak Zulu to me, and that's when I realized, okay, I guess I see now. And then in the line as well in the spa, the lady was asking me like, am I in the line? Am I not in the line? I think she spoke Sutu to me first, and I responded in Zulu. It's a typical Zulu thing. People hate it when Zulu people do that. But I had to because I was like, well, I can't speak your language, but there's a good chance you can speak mine because technically we're still in South Africa.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool. I mean, we went through the Golden Gates. There were dinosaurs in South Africa apparently, and one of the oldest.
What is the Golden Gates?
It's like this what do they call this thing? It's like not a nature reserve. It's like a national park. Yeah. And it's beautiful. Really, really, really beautiful. We can maybe put some photos of Golden Gates up. Yeah. But apparently it's like one of the oldest dinosaur fossils were found in Golden Gates ever. It was some sort of like embryo or something like that.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, very, very. I did not expect that at all.
Did you do like a detour stop at Golden Gates and explored and then get back in the car?
So it was on the way, but we jumped out the car and we went to go like read the little board things and stuff like that. Because when you drove by the first time, you saw like all these little. There was like a whole like dinosaur exhibition and all that stuff and like a museum type vibe, and I was like, that's so random. Why would we have dinosaur things? And we drove past. And then on the way back, we had a little bit more time, even though we were still chasing a plane. We jumped out, we took a few photos. It was like super isolated, so we were like, maybe let's not stay here too long in case anything were to happen, and then we just jumped in and we left. But it was beautiful. The scenery was really, really, really beautiful.
And the roads in Lesotho, how were they?
Oh my goodness.
Because before you went, I think I had a friend from Lesotho said that roads in Lesotho during the winter times could get quite like backed up because the snow would literally like cover the roads and literally like stop you from going to your resort.
So there are some other reviews from other people that we managed to get hold of. Your friend was 100% right. Some people, a drive that would be like 4 to 6 hours turned into a 16-hour drive because of the snow. And I understand why after going up that mountain. There's no ways you would have been able to go at any sort of comfortable speed in the snow. I mean, we were going, when we went up there, there was no snow. So we were quite fortunate with that. There was snow on the sides of the road, but it wasn't like the whole road wasn't covered or anything like that. Our issue was, we were driving through like a cloud, the elevation. So like fog visibility was like super, super poor, maybe like 2 meters ahead of the car, 3 meters ahead of the car. And you're taking super, super like sharp turns. on the mountain. So you're actually taking a right turn, and because we arrived at night, we arrived a lot later than we were supposed to. My headlights are pointing this way, but I'm taking a turn that takes me all the way backwards. So I'm literally taking a right turn. The roads were very bad as well. Super, super, super bad. It was like maintenance.
What do you mean by bad? Like
Like
potholes? Or?
massive, massive. Like something fell out of the sky and broke the road. Like some of the potholes there. So it was bad, 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 bad. So bad that like part of you would understand if like there was like a detour road that you had to take, which made it like super like nerve-wracking if you're taking a right turn, not knowing if there's a road there that exists. You can't see it, and we just had Google Maps open just telling us that, well, there's a turn right now, we need to take it. And then you're just turning blind, dude. It was crazy.
Were you afraid of like just driving off a cliff?
At some point, I mean, I wasn't driving fast enough to drive off a cliff. I think maybe the front wheels of the car would have like gone over. There was a truck that on this terrible road broke down, and all the other cars had to drive around the truck, and we couldn't see the cliff on the left. So we ended up going around this truck. But when I say go around the truck, we didn't go around the truck on the road. There's like the actual paved road, which was also still messed up, and then there's like a little bit of gravel on the side, like any road. We had part of the car on the paved road and part of the car on the gravel road, and the gravel road is actually the cliff. It's not actually a road. So at some point, the car started skidding the two wheels that were on the gravel side, and it wasn't like it was actually rocks. So we felt the car like sliding, and I was thinking to myself, "Oh my goodness, man, we could actually fall off this cliff right now." And then I thought about it for like half a second, and then I just stopped, and I was like, "Let's just go. Don't think about it. Don't even give yourself an opportunity to freak out."
Foot pedal.
Because at first, I hit the thing. I wasn't going as fast as I would have liked. I think had I hit it with a bit more speed, but it was also super tight. It's the fact that I went super slow and then I had to accelerate, and as I accelerated, the car was just like. But I think had I hit it with a bit more speed, I would have had a bit more, I guess, rolling speed, and it wouldn't have been as bad.
Yeah.
So that was nerve-wracking. And the visibility was poor, but I mean, we got through that. But on the way back, the road was, I mean, we were way more familiar with it at that point, but we anticipated the windscreen freezing. And we knew there was a possibility that the road would also freeze. We were just hoping that it wouldn't. And yeah, the road froze, there was frost on the ground on the way back, and we were going down. So it's way more difficult. I mean, you can't just hit brakes and expect to stop. If the ground is full, we don't have snow tires. It was a whole thing, dude. We were driving so slow. We just wanted to make sure that the car has traction at all times. And I mean, we were prepared to jump out the car if things got too bad. Dude, we literally, I told my girlfriend, I was like, you know what? If I feel that this car is going on its own ski trip, we're just going to jump out the car. So I unlocked the doors. And then she just took our jackets and she had them with her. And yeah, we ended up being fine. So
I'm glad you're fine, bro. Damn.
Yeah, dude, it was good. That was going to be an adventure. Holy smokes. That was going to be crazy. It was like some Tom Cruise stuff, dude. Jumping out of a car on a mountain in poor visibility on a frosted road, walking like 10 Ks back to camp to try to get help because our Vodacom wasn't working anymore. We couldn't even make an SOS call.
Did you have to drive every day to ski?
No. At least where we were staying, because we stayed right by the resort. So we drove, but it was probably driving like 200 meters, maybe 300 meters, just so we can get a bit closer.
I see.
So that when we're done, we don't have to walk. So that was like literally like where we stayed. Like I could look out and I could see the slopes and people skiing, and so yeah, it was dope.
And how was the skiing experience?
That was dope, dude. It's always do yourself a favor, whether it's Lesotho, whether it's wherever. Find a snowboard, find a place where you can ski or whatever, and just experience it. I think I don't know. There's something about going down on snow, most importantly. And I mean, the slopes in Lesotho are very different to the slopes in Switzerland. Yeah. But it just feels like a dream.
Have you ever done like skateboarding?
I used to when I was younger, and I had a really bad bail.
Is it the same as snowboarding?
I feel like you have more control when you're snowboarding, but that's only because like your feet are actually mounted to the board. Like you can.
I see.
It's like, it sounds super zen or whatever, but like you become like
It's part of you.
Yeah, like the board is like an extension of you. I think maybe with skateboarding,
Yeah.
people might, I don't know, they might have a bit more flexibility, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, like is it your trunks, the bottom
Yeah.
parts? You can like loosen them, and you can do all sorts of stuff to give you whatever.
Yeah, you can tune it. Yeah.
Yeah, with the snowboard, the only thing you can really change is your binding. But other than that, like you lean in to your strong foot, and you let it take you where you want to go, and then don't panic. So, but it was dope. So next time I'm going, I'm obviously gonna pump the gym a little bit more, get stronger, and we'll start doing some jumps.
Okay.
So yeah, if I bail, I bail. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we need to. When I was younger, I used to love SSX3 specifically on PlayStation 2. It's a snowboarding game. It's like an OG snowboarding game. SSX3 is an incredible game. The tunes in SSX3, everything at the game was ahead of its time, to say the least. I still have the game on my PC. I actually downloaded it, and I got controllers just so I got an emulator and everything just so I can play it.
So like going scenes like you living like
it was literally I still remember the first day ever I played SSX. I still remember it was at my cousin's place. I think I was 8, and I remember being like, "Oh, this game is amazing." Pressured my mom into buying it for me. She bought it for me. Got good at the game. We unlocked all the characters. We unlocked all the skins. I don't know why EA Sports didn't take that game further, but that game was legendary. That was legendary.
And any stories while on the skiing trips, or you just enjoyed? You were just one with the board the slope.
I was just when I just got my groove again, dude. I was just one with the board, dude. I started going to the high slopes, trying to gain more speed. And I don't know why no one wanted to be on the main slope. I don't know if they were nervous about stuff or whatever. So you had the whole slope to yourself. You didn't have to basically give way to anyone. You could do whatever you wanted. So that was nice. That was nice. I mean, obviously this slope is not that long. I mean, in Switzerland, like the slope, you're snowboarding. We were on the red slopes, and you going like 5 minutes a run, which is actually really long if you think about it.
What do you mean by red slope?
So there's the blue slopes, which is for beginners.
Okay.
And funny enough, I don't know how the heck it happened, dude. Some ability God must have given me. But by day 1 in Switzerland, dude, we were already doing red slopes. It is completely ill-advised. We shouldn't have been in red slopes, but we were. Yeah. I mean, my friend is obviously a pro. He's been skiing since he was a kid. But I mean, I just learned like 3 hours ago.
But you're an athlete, though. Like, did you have transferable skills?
I think it probably was some sort of transfer. I don't know how it worked. It just did.
The thing is, most athletes have like body control. And then that, especially like mine to like body control, I think that's why a lot of athletes can like go between sports.
Jump it. I think it might have been that, and my friend taught me a few things, but one of the main things he taught me was that like basically in snowboarding you can't get away with not turning. Like you have to make turns and stuff like that, unless you want to bomb it all the way down and end up going like 90 km an hour, which is like super uncomfortable for some people. Like me, that would be really uncomfortable. And sometimes the turns can feel a bit like scary in the beginning, like. And he just told me, dude, just commit to the turn. Like you have to make the turn. Don't overthink it. It just has to happen. So I just stopped overthinking things, and it just works. Yeah. So as long as you just remain calm. Obviously, like if you can see that you're gonna like, there were some people that crashed during this, like crash. Like they hit like the safety nets, and their bodies like flipped over it. Type of crashing. One guy crashed, lost his helmets. Was crazy. So those guys, yes, maybe I don't think they should. Yeah, I think they should probably. They were on the beginner slope, dude. You couldn't even get like. There's no lower. Yeah, but yeah. It would be cooler one day if that slope ends up getting longer. I didn't know that. Like, I mean, I should have known, but they had like they used to have like South African championships in Lesotho. I think they still happen there.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I think one of the ski instructors there actually represents South Africa. I saw her with the Team South Africa tracksuit. Yeah. So the instructors were also super dope, and they were really patient, and they filled whatever gaps you had. Or my instructors, I can only speak for myself.
Yeah. So you liked your instructor?
Now his name is Kieran. Shout out to Kieran. Him and they go around the world teaching skiing during season. Yeah. So he says that we should do our best to make our way to Japan. He said that's where the ski game is really, really at. He said it's really, really dope there.
I see. Interesting. Cool. So if you have to summarize your trip, like in three ways. So like, what was the best highlight of your trip? What was the worst thing of the trip? And what was the one thing that holds it together?
I think for me, the best part of the trip was definitely the skiing and the snowboarding. I think that's something that I love. Like I love, even though I've only done it twice, it's something that I really love doing. So for me, being on the slope was the best part. The worst part was definitely like the conditions that we were driving in. And the thing that held it all together was, I think for me, the experience is cooler because I did it with my girlfriend. I think that was like, it was our first holiday, like it was our first international trip together, technically international. There was an immense amount of adversity we had to overcome. We did it together. We had fun together. We came back through the same adversity together. We made the flights, and we made it back home all in one piece. So yeah, I think it was cool to experience that together.
Yeah. So actually really like, it's kind of quite personal, but like, cause we had this conversation before. I was like, what if your girlfriend thought you were going to take her there to propose?
Oh snap! Yeah, no,
Did that ever come up?
No, that didn't come up at all. No, that didn't.
I see. Next time, next trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kensy's girlfriend next time. Cool. Thanks for listening, joining us on this After Work podcast. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like and subscribe, and also hit that bell notification if you want to support us. That's all from my side. Peace out.
Check you guys.